He did mention that it was running and the trans was not shifting. So is it possible that this car has two issues, not one issue? One issue is intermittent, which was enabling the theft deterrent to be on, and then the key get detected, and then the car starts. But the other modules being offline, that wouldn't make the car drive well. Morning viewers, welcome back to Dallas Auto Diag. A lot of subscribers love network CAN bus cases, so we have one today. It's a 2018 Chevy Truck Express 2500 6.0 liter engine. Customer complaint: no crank, no start. So, and I already said it, it's a network issue, so stay with me. The car was involved in an accident, and it wasn't, as they said, it wasn't as bad. Two airbag deployed, and they changed only this fender. Well, it looked like bumper too, and the headlights, but they said only a fender was changed. The doors are okay, and right here, this is the damage. So I came, he said the body shop messed up and the car didn't drive. Said the car didn't shift after whatever the body shop did to it. They took it to another electrician and couldn't solve the problem or whatever. So I did a full scan, and we have engine, control module, airbag, instrument cluster, body control module, chime alarm module, radio and remote control, door module. All these online, the ones are offline. Transmission control module, which explains why it was running funny, driving funny, sorry, probably on limp mode on one. Electric brake control module, that's why we have the ABS and a brake, and the VSC light on. Chassis control module, I'm not sure if it does have it or not, but I assume it does. Steering wheel angle sensor module, and I don't think it has all these except the theft deterrent module, and that's why we have the security light is on. That's why we do not have a crank. So we need to find, we have two options as usual: either a mess up in the CAN bus network. When I say mess up, either short to ground or short to body, short to ground, short to voltage, or short to something else. Or we have a module that is affecting the communication of those other modules. So first thing, we're going to pull up a wiring diagram, the CAN bus wiring diagram. Looking at the non-OE wiring diagram, I found something kind of weird, interesting. Okay, see, all these modules that I highlighted are offline, and most of them are on a multiple CAN buses, except the theft deterrent. So he did mention that it was running and the trans was not shifting. So is it possible that this car has two issues, not one issue? One issue is intermittent, which was enabling the theft deterrent to be on, and then the key get detected, and then the car starts. But the other modules being offline, that wouldn't make the car drive well. That's a possibility, but I think I am going to attack the theft deterrent control module first, and of course we're going to get the breakout box out. We're going to check for resistance in the 6M14. So with the key off, 6M14 reads 120. This is interesting, so this might make our diag easy. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. Right now we just need to find the terminating resistors and see why we have 120. So in an attempt to locate the Theftitarian control module, I pull up the wiring diagram, and it says under the steering column near ignition cylinder, whatever, blah blah blah. So I opened this panel right here, this cover, and before I saw those hanging like that, and I thought, you know what, it might be some aftermarket stuff that it had and somebody disconnected it, especially with that kind of tape. I mean, those harnesses looked OEM, but that taping, I just didn't like it, the way how it is bulky. You see it? That's an aftermarket hand did that. But the problem is, when I open that cover, I see there is this right here. You see this? And it looks OEM. The way it's mounted here and the way it is shaped, it looks OEM. Looks like a bracket that holds a module right here. So we need to find out what is this missing module right here, and those probably go to it. There's another one right here. Those harnesses probably clip to it. I mean, don't get me wrong, this looks OEM. The color of the wires, I mean, no aftermarket would use you know, hardly to find one that uses a wires with a trace on it. But again, the only thing that throw me off is this tape. So we need to, I'm gonna untape it at some point, see what's behind it. Only the wires or something else. And those for like antenna cables, you can find them in both OEM and aftermarket world, but definitely need to know what's going on here, what's missing here. I think the easiest way to find out which one it is, go into the information bus schematic again and look at these modules that were missing and see which one in the description of it says that location. So looking at it, we have two possible: digital radio receiver control module, S-band digital audio system, and traffic under driver knee baluster panel. And this right here, telematics communication interface control module under driver knee baluster panel. Sound to me like both of them do the same thing, and definitely both of them would have those kinds of connectors for antennas. And next is to talk to the owner, see if he has this one. Digging more, I went to the radio schematics and I look at the telematics communication interface control module, and from the wiring right here, you see it says dark blue, and then the next one was light blue and black. So I'm looking at these and it looks like this is a dark blue and number 2 is light blue and black. You see it? So I know that this is X2, and I know that this module is the telematics communication interface control module. And another hint is, like, X1 right here says white is number 12 and blue is number 10, which is this one. If you count the top row, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 empty, 6 7 8 empty, and then here 9 and 10 is blue. You have blue, and 12 is white. 12 is white. So this is telematics communication interface module. We need to proceed with our checking. I am going to text the name to the owner and tell him to go get it from the dealer. It's a 2018. I think this is a Global A module that needs to be brand new, and we're going to program it and proceed after that with our diag. So stay tuned. It's the second day working on this van. What happened the other day, I sent a customer to the dealer. First, the brand new module costs 400 and something, and it's on back order. They don't know work, like when they get it. So what we did, we took the part number and we're trying to locate one. So unfortunately the owner of the vehicle bought one from eBay, and it's used, and I told him we cannot use a used one, but now we have a module, better than nothing. So let's plug it. I know we're gonna have some codes in it, but our issue is to start the vehicle to complete that CAN bus communication with the other half of it, the missing half of it. So let's plug it. It's right here, used. Let's plug it and see what. So after connecting the module, which I'm not sure if this was tugged all the way in there, and this one does have another place to put a harness, but it's not hooked. And we have this one also off. So with that connected, what do we have? We were able to restore transmission control module, which was offline before. We were able to restore electric brake control module, and I believe the chassis control module passed no fault. I'm not sure about this, if it was offline or not, but here, telematic communication interface control module also, this is the one. Now we have it, and I don't see any VIN mismatch, so we might be able to use that one. We're gonna have to program it though. Theftitarian is still not responding, and that's the reason why we have some lights and no start situation. So with that plugged, I'm gonna have to do more digging, more diag. By the way, remember how I said we might have two problems, and that just proved it. You see how we have a P right now, so we have communication with the transmission control module, but we still have no comm with the theft deterrent. So now I'm moving to the theft deterrent. We need to locate this JX200. JX200 says, and the instrument panel harness left front side of the floor where the carpet end, behind the brake pedal next to JX200. Oh, that's 250. Yeah, 200 and 250 next to each other. So looking over there, it's right there. When you remove the carpet, it's right there. And it was taped to this one, so I removed the tape, and now we have access to it. Let's remove this comb and start checking here, see what do we have. This is the comb that I told you about. We remove it, and this is the splice right here. So the left is A and here is M, and we're going to start with our, the left should be A. Hopefully I can record this. Alright, so A, nothing. B, nothing. C, nothing. D we have 0 to 5, and I think that's normal. 0 to 5, yeah. That's D. B, C, D. E, nothing. F, we do. So D and F. G, we do. D, F, G. H, I, J, K. L, nothing. M, nothing. So D, F, and G. D, F, and G. D, F, and G. D is instrument cluster. That makes sense. F is airbag module. G is coming from. the top one from the body control module. Okay, so this is the main one. What's L? L is Telematics Communication Interface Control Module. Interesting. Alright, so again, if we do G and E, you should be able to communicate with the vehicle. Or let me plug the comb back and see the signal. Back probed on E right now, and that's what we have, and it looks good to me. That looks good. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna actually, that makes no sense. No, I was gonna switch it with the other ones and check the pins, but it doesn't matter. This signal should be in all of them, and if one of them is messed up, this should be messed up. Now that makes me think, now I need to go to the theft deterrent control module itself. So the two problems that we have might be a missing module that was preventing com with the vehicle, with the transmission and some other modules, and we might have a theft deterrent, bad theft deterrent control module. Let's locate it. I think it's in the steering column somewhere. I'm not sure, but let's locate it. I think this is it right here. After removing this cover, and it had no screw, by the way. I didn't take off any screws. Somebody had already took it off, but this is it, the one right here, and I think this is the green wire, which we have the same signal on, 0 to 5. So the rest we need to check powers and grounds, I believe. This is how I know. Right here it says in steering column near ignition key cylinder housing. Okay, so let's go to the theft deterrent control module. Stay with me. Alright, this is the schematics for it. So we have, as I said, power, the red and white power, number 3 ground, and the brown one should be ignition switch signal. Okay. The red and white. Don't have anything on the red and white. Okay, let me disconnect it. Okay. Red and white should be right here. Nothing. Okay, let's go check this. Power source. Ignition switch for fuel 2 ampere. Passenger compartment fuse block under driver seat. Okay, it's a 2 amp at all time. Should be right here, and the cover is right here. Is this for this or for the other one? Let me find out. This is the correct cover, and if you see the layout, this is 22 right here, the one in the middle. So the first row, second row, second one. And if you look at it, let me get the light. Right. This is the first row, this is the second one. You see that 5 amp? That's not supposed to be 5, it's supposed to be 2. And here we do have 12 volts. On the other side we don't have anything. So let's replace this with a 2 amp fuse and see if we get power here. This is the 5 amp that was in it, and it's bad. And I put a 2 amp fuse. Now let's go back to this red. Now we have 12 volts. So let me do key off and plug this. Okay. Key on. There you go. I think that's gonna work. The light is off. Cranked. Battery is dead. Oh, that's weird. Starter engages by itself. Let me get a good jump box. Alright, we have a second jump box on it. And I think the light, because it has auto light, red light, kills my jump box, but and we have a runner. Airbag light, check engine light. Yeah, airbag is off. Well, I'm glad that we made the right call. I am not going to program that module until I get a permission from the owner for additional fees, because there is a big chance that this programming will fail. If he wants me to take a chance in it, I'll do it. If not, then we just have to wait for a new one. But at least right now they have a runner, they have a vehicle that runs and drives. And now everything makes sense. Now, he said it was running, but it was running funny. The transmission was acting up, and that explains it. The Theftitarian control module was making, I mean, that fuse was okay, and the car was running, but because the other module that we bought was missing, it was making the TCM no com. That's why the car was running, starting, running, driving, but driving on limp mode, you know, on default. So that makes sense now. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that little notification button to be notified about videos like this. I really appreciate it. Have a good day.